was it going? Yesterday I overslept and decided that it was too late to start swimming. Today my parents decided to do some stuff. But we're just gonna continue on with Ramon. He meets Rosita and Irina left after that. But yeah, I opened the book for Ramon and skipped a few pages before looking at the summary at the end. It seems the venture sped off my time with Ramon, but he wasn't nearly as far from the edges as he appeared. A father, a businessman, an adventurous soul. We went to court together. We did so many things as a family. Bogdan's insecurities about his relationships and gave him stability unlike anything he'd had before. And my own love was as hot and passionate as his. I choose Ramon. But I'm surprised how this is to decide. Why can't linger on what could have been any longer than this? If I have it, I pick my book. I've made my decision. Wherever I'm the timeline we have chosen, I shall establish it as the canonical timeline. I had made my decision. There was no backing down now. I never know what it was like to live the lives I had in the other books. I would just have to live with that fact. I love swimming. And the books to Cherry, who took it in her hands, and once again she spread her wings as energy began to swell through the church. The book lifts into the air as Cherry's eyes glow white, filling the room with a heavenly glow. I feel the world around me ripple and shake, the energy flowing into and through my body as reality wrapped itself around me. I feel my memories fragment and break, but in the place came memories of another time, another life. Slowly, in our interaction, I feel my eyes are filled with bright light and it feels like my body is being pulled in every direction simultaneously. You know what? How the hell am I having so many voice cracks? Yet not moving at all. And then because yes, and this is it. Oh my God, I forgot that they showed who it was. I was right. It was here. Piece of shit. This is where I am. This is a final test, the final journey. Well, truly worth it. That's what part in a book. We make the final passage to heaven. But sure, it does not have to be right now. For our teachings, teach them up here. And together when the time comes we will. Come on. Do you not wish to receive my utopia? No, I do, I swear. I don't think we should kill them. Come on, do not anger me. It is I say, I will strip you of my blessings. This doesn't feel right. I've done everything correct. I've done everything she's asked of me. But I cannot do this final act. Can I take the life of the people who trust and believe me so implicitly? Is this truly the only way into paradise? virtues. Virtues. Huh? The blink of an eye, there's bursts of light. I scream for my God. And in that moment, dozen beings have captured my God, flying the room before me. I am a power angel sent by Utopia model. It's 50 regret that I must inform you. This is a four virtues. A fallen angel from Utopia's realm. It's not. It's not. You've been following your first. Do with this information what you will. You will be taken back to our realm to face punishment. No, wait! I was so late. No flashlight, they were gone, all of them. Took my God with them, and with them, my reason for living. I screamed. I screamed as my heart broke, shattered to pieces. Screaming quite on that day. That day was the day I died inside. At the clap of Jerry's hands reverberated around me, and it was as if the universe had emanated itself all at the same instant. As my vision returned, rubbing my head. It feels like I had a fading headache, but my charming mass of memories were sung themselves out. Came here because time had looked, and I had chosen.
Hey, dear Lucifer.
Oh, wait a minute. Where am I? Just a moment ago, I was in hell, getting ready to plan for my wedding. But then I was going to head to Limbo to get search. That can't be right. It's far too early for that. What's going on? I'm on. I was probably about my arms around my most like my tremendous surprise. Going? What's going on here? Let me quickly Google it. What's going on here? It's a long story. Hello, Ramon. Long time no see.
How very
Lucifer, again? Have you been, Queen? Okay, it has been far too long. We should make time to hang out again. So if we have to wait, there's something far more present is upon us. That is...
Listen to this.
Revolution! And I then began to explain everything that was going on, what was going to happen. Wait a minute, just quickly do something that's gonna take... That's great. Sorry. It concerns after Utopia summers was not enough ten escapes. Even when it was discovered was being led astray, you think I'd be able to, but as far as may look, I'm sure on what to do. You were about your daughter, yes? Oh, I forgot the captions. Sorry about that. Of course.
No.
Any self-respecting parent would do this climate. As parents, we promise our children a bright, nurturing future. And should this all be for naught, we be fair and duty as caregivers. Believe me, I know this to be true. I fear what will become furious more than I if all this would blow up in smoke. But all of this is worth seeking retribution for the damage Dominion has done to her, has done to my family, and will a better future with them. Be nice if I could visit her grandmother. Believe me, I support what you're doing, but I like Lucifer and the others have him. There's possibility I could perish permanently in this world.
I beg to differ.
We don't need to find the parallels someone. In fact, we need someone such as yourself for the defenses protecting others from harm's way. You do? There's some possibility Utopia may retaliate against Limbo and the sense here may be caught in a line of fire. My main forces are clearing a path for Utopia. You two can remain here in Limbo and help protect the citizens. And then... Fuck! Sorry for that. I didn't see that my voice changer was on again. When time comes, we'll summon you to the center of Utopia, but until then, you're free to hang back where it's relatively safe. I see. If I can do my part while not being put directly in danger, then I'll do what I can. You'll have me there with you along the way. Give him a warm smile as I grip his hand. He turns to me with a smile of his own, feeling more reassured about the plan going forward. Well, if everyone knows the plan, then it is time. With those words, she summons the spear and holds it tight. I just summon my forces and prepare the portal to Utopia to be opened. The mess about to get very crowded. Together we made our way outside of the church towards a relatively open area. Lucy raised a spear and then slammed the bar of it against the ground. Yeah, in the middle of the field spotted an elevator, and out of it came a blue demon. Now, if you would please stand aside. Pulls out some kind of gadget and then tosses it out into the field. He then presses a few buttons on his wrist and the device expands into a massive arc-shaped structure. It hums to life with magic and soon a gigantic portal rips open upon the plains of Limbo, and from it, hundreds if not thousands of demons begin to pour out onto the plains of Limbo. The army appears to be split into 7 different sections, each being led by a head demon in charge. Often very strangely familiar, yet I couldn't name them for the life of me. But my instincts told me they were crucial for this to work. If we fought them, we wouldn't stand a chance against Utopia. Soon, Limbo was filled to a brim with an army of demons as far as the eyes could see. I could only imagine how inhabitants would feel if they saw this. Sweet Lucifer! Never seen this many demons in one place at one time, and all of the servants are here. This makes the Vice look like high school prep buddy. I expect nothing less when it comes to taking down Utopia. We're going to be okay, right? We have failed to think about back home, and one of them is what will happen to Elf. His hand again for reassurance. I promise I won't let anything happen to you. He looks at me with a reassured smile and nods his head. Right, positive thoughts. It's the very best thing for everyone. Make sure of it. I've said by myself. We both then listened to Lucifer's speech. Lucifer stood before our masses, smiling brightly, before letting her commanding, booming voice address the masses. Then the sense of hell, the time for true liberation and vengeance against you two is upon us. None of this would be possible without you being here. Right now, in this endeavor. For that, I will be eternally grateful. But I must also advise you, this will not be an easy fight, but today you face an army that knows not death. No matter how much you may harm or maim an angel, so as they are within the realm of Utopia, they will not die. Not only that, but they will eventually heal from all the damage you place upon them. And worst of all, you will not receive the same favor. In Utopia, if you fight till your dying breath, you will face to death, your existence shall be no more. And you will only be remembered for your deeds. This fight is not something I ask of you lightly. But in order to bring about the return of harmony to the afterlife, for those of you who are friends or family in Utopia, for those of you who wish to see what the other side is like, we fight today for the greater good. So in the face of an enemy that knows no death, the soft side will give each and every one of you a secret weapon we've been developing for centuries. If you catch an angel unaware or are able to incapacitate them, strike them with this weapon. It will bind them in a rope that can only be cut by you fully. Focus on capturing. First and foremost, once an angel is bound, go for the next. Do not linger, do not torture, do not be needlessly or mercilessly cruel. More than anything, we can't let Utopia stereotypes of us swing through. We are our own people, we deserve to be treated as such. You have been prepared to fight. Should anyone suffer severe harm, call for assistance and die at the showroom. A member of the rescue team shall pull you to safety. Do not needlessly risk death. This fast be intuition. Reduce the numbers without reducing ours. It is my deepest wish for every single one of you to return to your friends and family after this day is over. Well, for everyone in the afterlife, and for everyone who has suffered at the hands of Utopia, we shall show them the true power of hell. The crowd were in excitement. Fun was waving limbo as they stamped the ground and cheered and clapped. Already I could see blue demons moving amongst the crowd, hoping that special device on each soldier's arms one by one. Are you really the only one who able to cut the bonds? Well, we have 7 of equivalent power. His thing is cherubim is on our side, that just limits dominion and powers. Does that stay good us then? Exactly. Utopia won't know what's hit them. Now go get yourself by. Make sure they prepared one of those weapons for you as well. Got it? With the sheer amount of demons there was equipped, it took a little while to make sure everyone was loaded up with the gear. But soon, everyone was very myself included. There was also some commotion when the rest of people stuck in limbo stumbled upon what was happening, but Truman was able to smooth things over. And before any of us knew it, the final battle was upon us. So you two remember your part of the plan? Protect limbo while make a path. Then watch to find us when we get the signal. Seems easy enough. As long as I can stay out of harm's way, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Ariel.
I could never forgive myself if I didn't return to Ariel.
Listen to this.
I can guarantee you see no fighting. The bulk of the forces should be focused on us. Just escalate as best as you can. When the time comes, can I will rush you towards the front lines.
It is what it
Can't
is.
say I'm completely comfortable relying on nature in my time of need, but if that's the way my things must be, just trust in yourself and each other, everything will be fine. No need to anything happen. You have the blessing of hell on your side, cause your brothers. What does that mean? You feel like a good luck charm. Now, if you excuse me, I have an army to lead. With that, Lucifer walks off to return the massive army. Alright, let's go and meet up with Kalai. Right. With her rose aside, we turn it up, making our way to the center of the neighborhood. I cannot help but look back to witness the creation of a giant empire, enough for the army to charge forth into Utopia. As we arrive in the neighborhood, we see a familiar face. Kalai! Oh, how old are you two? You've been assisting me in defending Limor, yeah? For what it's worth, despite these rippling masses, I'm not particularly suited for fighting. I'm much the same way I would rather play support than do harm. I rely on you to help me erect the barrier over Limbo. What? A barrier? It's very basic magic. A defensive field that protects. I don't know how to do magic. You don't? In Utopia, arrangements taught how to use the energy to at least basic magic. Is it not the same for demons?
It is what it is.
It's optional for demons, and I simply never found the time or interest to learn. My expertise is in words when it comes to being a squad. I'm a businessman after all. Then perhaps I can teach you. Before Kalai could finish his sentence, a loud thunderous roar rocked the entirety of Limbo. Then knocking us to our feet, we up to the sky, then normally see clouds that turned to multitudes, moving with reckless abandon as lights streaked across it. Above the thickness lighting, a devil seen erupted from heavens came crashing down near the neighborhood. You could feel a ball of energy strike the ground, knocking everything around us.
By the choir, have mercy!
Okay, I have to be a crash course. Hold up your hands. Now your energy's emerging a shape protecting everything. Kalai closes the entire cloud before bubble begins to take shape. We see her up from around him and swiftly going south of the brink as it grows larger. Several of the descendants of Limbo began scrabbling for cover underneath the bars as it goes, seeking refuge from the storm. Holmes stares a little dumbfounded, but ultimately raises his arms as well, clearly struggling to understand what it is Kalai is doing. I don't understand this at all.
My
Maybe I'll be
apologies.
easy feet and to exclaim here. Kalai turns and presses one of his hands on Ramon's back, transferring some of his energy into Ramon. I have expected the energy to burn Ramon or something, but it seems it was having the intended effect. Ramon gave a physical look at his hand, squeezing a few times before raising his hands up and trying again. His time was good. Kalai's barrier was strengthened by the changing colors, and Ramon looked amazed at what he was doing. Incredible. Must have got some practice in being a church. Entirely around us fucked as a giant fireball directly struck Kalai's barrier. Noticeably shrinking, and I could see Kalai wince as he raised his hand and strengthened the barrier once more. Is there anything I can do to help? We're fine for now. Save your strength. Got the real fight coming up. That was so, but still felt bad about leaving the protection of our Limbo up to Kalai and Ramon alone. Maybe there was something I could do. Hey, you two? Yes? I know you boys are doing what you can to protect Limbo, but it was the hurricane, and there are some people still missing out there. I work with and safe for us always to be out there in the mess. I will bring them better safety by keeping the bear up. Well, we'll stay up as long as we keep supplying with magic so we can go look and protect the town. This is all you need to hear. Imagine they be out up near the edge of town all at the mall. I can show you the way if you need it. You want us to go out there? It'll be alright, Ramon. I'll keep you safe. Alright. I trust you. Just now make your way towards the mall. You can see at the edge of town. I trace back against us. Can you tell me to protect your email type the power? I think I've got the hand on it.
But of course.
Let's move then. We have to as many people as we can as quickly as we can. Keep fire and fear if not and quickly split ways looking for the missing inhabitants. We made everyone as fast as we could to forest edge in limo. The investigate the lightning strikes from the sky. It wasn't exactly that easy to us they were striking down randomly, but we got just enough heads up by the clouds lining up as we went. Thankfully, Ramon's barrel managed to roll up as we go to the edge of the forest. It was not to find the people missing from Limo, but hiding a carrot nearby. Hey! Visitors. I can't visit. I'm sorry. I need... That's another list of things to get us on board because I cannot visit. We need to get to safety. Head back to the neighborhood now. But it's crazy danger out there. Yeah, I haven't seen the sun. We're not trying to get electrocuted. Just bear up around the neighborhood right now. Keep you safe from the storm, but only if you get there now. If the puncture my point, a bolt of lightning crashed down on nearby building, crashing into an obscene explosion that sent debris scaring. Alright, you gotta tell us wives. The ghost of us began by make their way back to the neighborhood. They are in out here. We should double check just to be certain. Oh, yes, what do we have here? As first I see at the voice. Both then where it was come from, sprang a torrent hurricane wound descend from the sky. You! Oh, do you know her? One later she was like as a fairy extended her hand. We feared that such a fish should stare at us down. Is he in a limo? English pesky people with the temper of a rebellion? No, we can't have that. I can stand for it. There should be an half where they rightfully belong. Ramon's hands started to fist his neck, turned right from heart to his kissing his hands. And I knew it before, but something about fear was so familiar. And then it hit me. I trusted Ramon. I got a glimpse of his past and this angel. He looked so much like the one who had led Ramon down the path he had lived in life. The one who had said everything he had ever known and believed in. This was virtuous. Having such anger, such match. I had never heard Ramon saying in my life. Oh, you know who I am. Just surprised I was never. The immense kept up with the going on in Utopia. You took everything from me. I was sorry about that. I don't know who you are. Doesn't matter. I know who you are. I gave my entire life to you, believing you were sent by one to God, who meant you chose one. So it lost stamps of blood to the promised land. But it was all a lie. It wasn't you in the end. It was one fake. A virtuous angel who had found from Utopia. She spun me on your belief. She made me follow in your footsteps when it came time. She wanted me to get everyone who followed me. I was not done this because she was stopped by your powers. But I never should have gone that far, and I should have come to any of that. You should have come and saved us. You should have stopped her from leaving us astray. You were responsible for her. You are the reason my life turned out the way it did. The work of God is never ending. Job is so inspired and love because about thousands of people. Something someone may say a single person would say, but be it perfect miracle considering the grand design of the universe. In fact, I won't be worth of my consideration. I do regularly recall a fine virtuous pink back for banishing a family recently. She was singing off for imitation me. Now wasn't she? So taking basic comparison to everything. Slammed the fan shot. You should be ashamed of falling for a Mercury. A million years could have was being compared to mine. The 2 brands of the shine moose would stick with you find a tiny compared to a shine imitation. That's all new really, just inside your own to be. You can be for your own thoughts. We were shaking with family. It's everything they had there. They could hear his teeth gritting and they could not see his eyes from the fire burning south of him. He had a rough desperation. So he had the guy, but his translator's good. Wait! There's a pineapple effect in what he was doing. We said it kept sight upon the self him. She just smacked the meat by his immense outburst. And Blowfire was touching. The fist never had a chance of coming close to him. but I kept on finding his mark. The fans took his head there was beast flashlight. It was mouth from my chest. Ramon! Yes, then just by my feet. Best and sick beast on chest. The fan tips the ground. Slowly fast fast my legs came. And holding found off in my hands. Won't speak to me. I think a bit more morning this time. It will be okay. Get your healed up. You'll be coming back to her in no time, I promise. Me that Michael. But let's get to the garden yards. No, Ramon, no. Let's be fetching going in. No, Ramon, please stay awake, Ramon. It's too late. He was dead. He was gone. They don't make demons as stars to you, so. Are you fucking serious? She did the serious car off Ramon. Bare bedre. Hvis der ikke er nærfældt befraffet med tilgang. Hun fik kan se også var svært. Jeg gik godt indsat i din bare med for en tur. Eller ikke var svært, vi finder der. Men selv først så med at jeg springer for nær. Hvad slags på at feste den ved at skulle den pisse ved. En der ser film og skrav opgave til blive svakke to. Fette blæk kan ikke en svag. Hvis der ser films flash right before she jump back. What distance between us? No, he's alive. It's just game being because. Oh, it seems that Stefan left in this one. Before no rationalizing my actions, it was therefore taking everything from Moon, actually taking everything from me. Right there screaming comprehensively. Stop placing my fire side attacks. I think I would, but it did little to stop me. Swung again. Again. Each attack was more fast than last. Ich blew launch with our park here. It was everything like glitches. It was on a back foot and keep up with each blow. I don't think I blow. And this time she blew, but also jump back. Some distance between us. And I found him begin glow with light. So I think light of the seraphim. We imagine was smile to form. In a true ethereal form. The man to me about form she was in. We wanted to get the man aloft. Can feel another hour it took. She was one of launches after this time. First going to get there behind. Some machine blazed for thing for power fatigue. When taking my shit, the force was now and the spell wasn't backing down. She could attack me with the full force of the hammers and would never forgive her for what she had done. Gripped the sword in my hand. I aimed and forced it forward. So I spent so much as I stuck to the sweep for the chest. The text as she jumped back, stayed behind me. It means the boss man is starting to face the massive panting. In fact, said more than she did then break down from this. Because it's you. It's always laughed in you. It meant everything to me. And in his life, you have meant everything to him. I will never, ever forgive you for what you've done. I just stared quietly for a moment, my words seeming to sink in. She's right in the end. I have been pulling myself from a just land vanished behind my hand. Først er man bevidst, den væsentlige på dem ikke, og var bliver tilstået fra det bare for det sin. Det var først et spørgsmål, der svang sig af sin. Jeg tror, man er så vækker for at komme mere for de upgrades. Det ser så shabbat der. Det nye dobbelt BPSB for at se op. Jeg bliver med til at gå til det bedste, de var kommet for mig selv. Så som vi FPS, når jeg som er fire off my energy, off my fight, leave me. What's the point of going on if the moon wasn't there to be with me? It's everything I done. But for that, my years before I was crying, I turned massive grief. Just before I look. Seeing my mom standing there smiling on his face, crying over me, to admit I'm touchable. I was tying me into silence. But saying a grief driven me mad. We should virtuous fought for her. Yet part of me wished I'd been the one to do it. It wasn't me then. I'm glad it was you. Thank you, Karina. That's the second time you saved me. I'm going to make sure the wedding is extra special now. Det er brugt godt på Mars, og han formodede at se Miklos. Og det skal ske med at gøre ske, så dem der ikke skal mig. Og bare var så bare en kær, he was here. Han var så der, fordi vi var med mig. We told in the before trailer can take before Panda's boom of lightning. Men I said we are staying in the middle of the war. I knew he was dead. something. We should head to safety before one of those things strikes us. How your life believes that. Only gets to remember what Lucifer said. But she said, if the blessing of hell on your side goes you forward, you still part of hell right now. Oh, that's what she meant. Yeah, no, that actually makes a lot of sense. Horse is the de facto ruler. Over in this, with them being together like this, it truly is part. You'll die. You know what's better to do than you just respond here. Hold down for that for a moment. First started laughing. Please had to be that. No, I knew but part of me truly did. Use his handiwork with no. Give her her. He made sure a passionate kiss on him. I have to thank Lucy later. But for right now, I just need to be happy with Ramon. Okay, let's get back to the barrier. Right. The first time went as fast as we could break towards the neighborhood. We've turned the neighbor with all the ways, so Carla is saying there with what looked like the rest of the missing Limbonians. Oh, thank goodness you both were safe and time to get worried. Right about the event. I'm flattered. Well, listen, we're both in arms right now. So I should be worried. Goodness gracious, is that blood? Think down myself. Yeah, I did have moments by me. You have to strike any inches far away. But I don't feel it. Use a pick me up, I use a lot of energy firing. Can I know it? Doctor me, placing his hand on my back and trying his energy into me. For past I felt his presence in me, and I was able to let it out in a long, slow breath. Do not separate these four. Is this true? I feel much better. Is this ever in limbo now? Safe and sound? Yes, can see I had gotten before this accounted for. Good, then we can take this moment to relax. Require a snack? Seems like the time for food, but I had to apologize on me. But beat and go back hungry. You must like yourself, Michael, need to eat. I'm literally older you by 100 years at least. I was born in 1922. Only 1 or 2 when it comes to models. You're no better than a human in your early 20s. Why is it my caption? Okay, closed captions are being ridiculous hospitals. Only 1 or 2 when it comes to Mars humor, but it's a human in the early 20s. Wait, let me... Okay, he's literally not in my ambia, so... Well, let me just calculate the age difference. $62. He's 62 years older. Only 1 or 2 when it comes to Mars, you know, better than a human in your early 20s. Some will pass the dead barriers, that makes you a baby by comparison. Oh yeah. Okay, let me just... Hvor vanligt. Yeah, he was 30. Wait, no, he's 29. Because he was born March 27th, 1984, and died March 28th, 2013. Emotional aging is weird. Honestly, that's not typebox at all. I'm a full-fledged amateur adult, spoken like a 20-year-old. You turn off my skills before my pocket began to ring. Never forgotten I had it at all. Well, there was no doubt it was Lucifer calling me, and I made sure to pick up. For mig fulde kurs ind i sænken, på den anden dødsvandse for... Jeg kan vifte. Check myself. Okay, here... Thomas 29 is 73, so there is 73 age difference. As very fast as we can. Oh yeah, he was my first 1922. I need to continue the game before I'm doing like math for every character. Very fast, the longer you take, the longer the ballast, and the short window of opportunity grows. God, we won't waste a second longer. Hang up the phone then to look at Ramon. So much for lunch. No problem. So much for lunch. Then we need to get to the phone as quick as possible. What's the rest away from you? I got what bluff, haha.
But of course.
Det med arken transportation så bare bare. Kan være så en matter for carry and to bluff that be fair fik klar. Så bare det room for inches og terrifying. Det så mere for så meget. Det må jeg skal det jeg siger på det du nok for mig. Så jeg kan bare med sæt. Jeg har simpelthen fucking going downtown og skal gå bi. Then here I go. Cars wings open right before my brother's boy cousin from to be shot in a bite red light. I do hear my ass from the test of the light by face quick as began and then before me. But most of all together. Please be not afraid. Oh! Very much 6 up time. Oh my god! How careful you take me. Against the bear, couldn't help us survive. So ridiculously comfy. Careful not make you make me stress. Oh, don't worry, jeg skal snakke for bare for livet. Jeg tror sommer to be. Alright, the back of car could climb. We'd better grab my mom and take him up. Oh, I told that you do. Careful of the things. Kai was lifted up into her, hung such a feet off the ground. Nice half flips. Kai took off, speeding off towards Utopia faster than I was expecting. Made sure on that this was it. We were racing towards the fire bear. Today, if the day after it would now be the same again for bear for us. We flew full portal into Utopia and make a time, flying over the destruction that had become the battlefield in Utopia. Hunt the angel bound in woods to come back, mapped and crossing and struggling, was filled beside their fate. Some seemed to be taking it very well just passing time by talking to each other. The tire was a weird thing for sure. That way, Kai. We were set to meet up with the entrance to the inner sanctum.
But of course.
Understood. Kai, but when you grew up there, he knew you do yourself. Yeah, better than either of us did. It was only a matter of minutes before he landed from the inner sanctum. Lucifer was waiting for us.
Oh.
Michael was one excellent. You're right on time. The lift of cars big one back of his head. God's been honored this. Every moment matters. How can I lie? I might have seen you too far. You're absolutely adorable. Oh, Yes, well,
Now.
we can do a Galax crew from later. The Empire was the we were saying for.
Listen to this.
My piercing cause I think them. 2 minutes up there, I can feel him. So will she leave you to it then?
My
Yes, my
chalupa.
children. We'll be being tapped in to get to safety while you're here. Put me a lot to me.
But of course.
Yeah, of course. We'll do my best to transpire and get the injured to safety. Well, for now, we should lock in the bell. Los was flip this way weeks I took off into the sky. My god, I to was it open. And if there was special that I would beg me to get for her. You know what? Preference for at VTuber Toro. Perhaps when they saw over we can, but now it's time to go past the minion. Let's not keep him waiting, shall we? But I've got your back. To me, I survived the veterans of him on my own. But to me, I'd be backed up by Lucifer, I've been in Ramon. Let's think of veterans more than everything. Not to pay him back for fighting the people I lost. So I put in my chest. Didn't wait any longer. I took the first step and began to run up the stairs towards the crossing and sang them. We ran up the stairs as fast as we could, our feet stamping down with purpose on each step. The top of the staircase at the end of all of this was a fine bear. As the top of the stairs came inside, I saw one fine pair of closed doors. One last obstacle between me and him. The upstairs face, but I can kick them open. No minion! Standing on the side of the room, then down into his glass was the man who tried to kill me. And what phone after I've been to chaos? The man that didn't take him down here, now put his finger out here. He didn't wake to me, not fast, just was wearing drink before taking a sip of it, and saying, "This whole offense so simple. We got someone test the recognition system, and things go back to normal. But no, someone tried to create an effort and make them take the test. I had to call the Professor Harris, and I still don't know where they're deciding. You have to lead a rebellion, right up to my very doorstep. Honestly, imagine Bob playing by rules to save shit the rest of the choir. You should just do what I say from the beginning and thank me for keeping Donna in this crazy world. And one time when my team was letting them sink in, and I said it, he got angry. No, this is the path who caused our world the way it is. These are things, how it speaks. We will check that smile as a man. And I the altar, maybe power what this has said. What this says is gospel, but it's only go with the worship of his words. And send it altar, be honest, keep it is now, moon. Betalas höra, being comfortable. Clear by one, clear by us. Someone that perfect things to get it to me. No, nothing about you can compare to the majesty of one YouTuber for thousands of years. You is above up of water and shift such emotion. I could only scoff at that. It's those who would drink the punch. But then we could be just listen for step out, then our voice be known.
Listen to this.
It's over the minion. You took Pitch under his control and realized man staying on the throne of lies. If you have surrendered peacefully, and make sure you've passed 1,000 years of imprisonment, at least some are comfortable. A minute after that, such petulance. You may have gone past stations and even doors of him. I'm still a son speaking of creation. My will is law. And I shall suffer you not no longer. The man moved his hands to face me, just as quickly as Lucifer and Job enveloped me, putting their hands upon my shoulders. And I felt the energy flowing from me as I raised my own hands, just as the minute sparks burst forth. From flash with light, and bursting forth as our energies collided. Could feel the unburied power in the might of the man bearing down upon my own. His power is reaching, intense, and so much more powerful than anything I could imagine. My own saving grace was being supplied by us to herself, and my energies pushing right back. No, not back down. On him now, Michael. This is your time to shine. From the full power and might that I have to offer. Appreciate my own support you to ground myself in the reality of the situation. Which against me as well, turn my love for a moment to my own determination to not back down. No. During that, us, Kwong, hissing between his teeth as we managed to hold him back up. It was clear that this was not expected as to go at all. Ruben, you idiotic traitor! You're doing me Utopia to being destroyed! Utopia was already destroyed long ago. To me, at your own hands. I was blind, unable to accept the truth about you had done to our world. When Lucifer fell, I just started to side against you.
Oh.
Jerry. So now it's time for me to make this right, to fix the wrongs Utopia has committed. And that starts with taking you down. Foolish, idiotic, moronic, childish. Do you think this was best for a car mingling with the unworthy? The myth think they're nothing compared to us. We are what they call God because we are everything. We can choose to be worthy of our attention, but we can never be our equal. We can never be patient to them in the same way we do. They are but insects, less than insects. To be given kindness is a blessing greater than they ever deserved. And I will not let you ruin us, for we are creation itself. We are God! The man's very best fought with tremendous power, and the force of his power pushed back against us. I felt my arms torn, popping like agonizing pain, and making me howl as I forced my powers beyond the limits to stop him from destroying us. Lucifer dropped in grit the teeth upon my energy into me, soothing some of the pain as the wound and shook from the intensity of the clashing powers. The thing that bowed down had long since been destroyed, carried on to and as the very voice runners began to be torn apart. He truly lost his lost, could not have seen it before. For me, his manipulation has always one deep child, and as you see now, that's all that matters. Now focus! We have to defeat him. Right! In defense way, he swung against the tremendous power of Dominion. Could feel how much power was being forced through me, and I couldn't believe Dominion was keeping up. How much power did he wield? Then my stance and pushed as hard as I could, hoping to gain some ground. We couldn't lose here. Not like this, not after coming so far. We should nearly more. And God! The wind was full of but what little remained of the walls and exploding into shrapnel as a large mechanical wedge burst forth into the room. What? The man was stunned for just a second, stumbling as the giant mechanical being crawled a deep crimson red, rushing straight at him. One of the red's arms transformed into a whirling blade of death as it came crashing down on top of the man only barely managing to form a fresh bear in time to collide with it. Sparks of energy rim from where the blade stuck and cut into the man's energy. The addition to the battle clearly put a strain on the man. Dominion, of course, had turned for attention to the mecha-rats who pouring down on him. The time has finally come. You shall be destroyed for everything you have ever done. It's time for the origin sinner to fall! One smashing word. Steam beam from it seems as the spring so of death was raised up and came crashing down several times hard against Dominion's barrier. I wasn't letting this opportunity go to waste here. Turn Lucifer in Charles' energies. This way, controlling hard down the man and flying forward, said the man. The wind was stiff, and clear on his face. He was being pushed back, being forced in a tight position. His hands were toward the barriers, fighting against the combined efforts. A ring never said, I felt enough! And what? Like sprang out in a furious rage. The room was engulfed in bright red light. Blind me as I squeezed my shot, doing everything in my power just to keep myself from the sheer intensity of it all. Lucifer and Julian were quick to act the bearer. He was from the intensity of the place as the very signal of the core was passed away in mere instant. When the light has finally faded, I slowly opened my eyes, realizing that where we had been was completely another gone, but this to less than a rubber. Looked down, making sure everyone was okay. Come on, are you okay? When I found the ground, grabbed out by the power in this place. I think I saw my afterlife flash before my eyes again.
Hey, dear Lucifer.
I not look good with shaved head back in the cold days. I'm just glad you're okay. I held out my hand for him. She grabbed for it and helped him onto his feet. And I made sure to give him a big hug. Yeah, I know I was thankful he was right. We turned it grateful. I seemed to glance over towards Lucifer and Cherry. Wait, let me think. But then I noticed they were looking up in the sky in horror. For the gaze looked up into the sky. They asked the man for a panic growing in her face and entire being. In wake the thoughts had been piling in his hands, but to the share of its former self. You vermin! They had a trifle with God! You was definitely pissed. With the Mickey was crashing low against the cloudy ground. What? Lucy cried, pushing past us to the wreckage. Lucy quickly the van with a desperate struggle match pulled apart, wearing the intraman said, oh, so thank goodness you're alive. Did anyone get the number of the bus that hit me? Just being clear to it, but he was alive at least. To think I was finding smoke out, going for every look again to figure out where you were hiding the vastness you were anymore. Or for you to come straight to me. He moved closer to ground, going closer towards and Lucy as she guarded the man with a bar. Stand down, Lucifer. I can do nothing to stand my way. The time away, we eradicate the pest because of this in the first place. No, I will never let harm come to Adam. Your hatred has always been misplaced. He has never done any harm to you, and you've never cared about what happened in Limo. So he was never the problem with the others. It was only ever you, Dominion. They came to the right sides in creation. It was quite a day clanging down at Lucy. You defied the great core. But I'm still having sorrows, for we are one. For we hadn't chosen the same, chosen enough of the core. And if this was happened, for love is none of your fucking business, man. We may have been one long ago, but when we split, became our own beings. We choose what we do. We live and who we love. But you were none of what you've never been loved with anyone in your entire existence. You must cry out, I clung down, Lucy. The egg required this vessel, as those words I heard. This is said to me that until I service with realization you loved me. He was obsessed with you. He didn't love you. To think you was to go every day to find the truth. Yet you could never see the truth. Baba was right in front of your eyes. No, she was right. You never truly loved her as she was. Yeah. How laughably stupid. Both those took had the name of phones. You were by far the least qualified. May raised his hand, demonstrated Lucifer, and what? To my side, I saw movement from Cherry. Lucifer, catch! She yelled before throwing something. Dominion and Lucifer looked into her before Lucifer covered had been thrown. A golden apple. Dominion smiled as his face began to contort in anger. No! He shot into her as Lucy turned and shoved the apple into her mouth. Just as Dominion fired his energy. A blast of positive energy ripped through Utopia. The wind burst and bang as the energy engulfed Lucy into heart. The eruption of energy exploded, causing me to raise my arm to block my face as the smoke and wind rushed past us. As the explosion began to settle, I held out my arm and looked on in horror. Where Lucy and Tricycle was spilling smoke cratered. From within the smoke, I saw a cracker of electricity, followed by a bright light reacting from the hole. A being in the shape of a man was from the ground, from smoke into air, electricity crackling around and bolts of lightning crashing into the ground. So I stepped back, running with anger as the electricity crashed down all around us. The man then lowered back the ground and light began to dim, revealing. What? You saw it, but it looked different. He always looked back to backside, his eyes were gone and his eyes looked sharp. I smiled for his face, and his rope began far off. Adam, you filthy fucking rat. Dominion, my oh my. How long has it been since I saw the disgusting face of yours? I loved as he ran at him for his fear. His rope being seemed to sparkle glory. This is perfect, actually. Can finally kill you as it was intended. You intended get on the way. I'm sure you'd love that your snake was very spare around the fire of us. And Tannis back to the much shock before kneeling down to where the smoke was going. Just later, inject common burns gas and scares from the minute's attack. The barrel moved just barely lifted up to look up at Tannis with a smile later. He lifted his hand up and checked Kara's weapon bags out of the way so he could look into her eye. Thank you for protecting me, my love. Now let's get you somewhere safe. Yes, him. Lucy couldn't help but smile for him. She rolled down her cheek upon seeing him. The man placed his arm gently under her body, picked her up, carrying her like a princess as she leaned against his body. This reminded me about residential rabbit answering a question about his sexuality and I compared it to Minecraft YouTubers which ended up in time making Minecraft YouTuber joke because I did truly forgot. Hey, let me just get the essential where I like to show it. Okay, sorry, sir. Okay, lots of love, but very quickly. Where is this? Let me just. Oh yeah, horse is into man, but N isn't, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. So you should not just like Minecraft YouTubers. Not because they didn't play Salem isn't so tricky. I was crying, I was thinking of there's certain things, and you were heading towards Stream SMP. I had to dig that up. And just where do you think you're going? You think I'm going to let you walk away? Oh no, I'm not running from you, not anymore. I'm just taking Lucy somewhere safe. And then Tiana walked over towards us, to me and watching the whole thing. I saw the meeting with a thief, his hand signed to fist as a choke. And let Lucy turned down the ground. She had near over and used the energy to start healing her. And then turned to me with a smile. You must be an American. I know we've technically met before, but I still feel like it's proper for me to introduce myself. I like quite myself when I'm hot, you see. I'd like to get to know you more. There isn't time for it. Tell you what. We can talk more once this is all over though. Shabim, look after Lucy for a moment. Right. Jack continued to focus on healing Lucy when and I turned to face the Dominion. He had that prophecy and so quick to plan ecstasy. He sometimes dual sickles into his hands. Well, you can do it. What the self makes humans and by being akin to them. Everyone's so powerful, it has the side effect of destroying the mind. Oh, so that's why. Seeing food was used for mystic, but not one of my own design. Snake told me if I truly wish to stay those with us sides, I need to become like that and that the food would allow it. It was only temporary, and after I started from Utopia, it hated my mind for years, even after my death. Help keep me safe enough to not turn into a guys to spend my long years. One thing never left my mind, and with one sickness in Planet Dominion. Can revenge for everything this villain has done. Time we show us a significant fragment of God, what happens when you mess with humanity. My body moved on instinct, holding out my hands and conjuring a flaming sword and shit. But behind you, and I'm like, then do not fire, put yourself in danger. Come on, we know I'm about to use magic like this. Because I taught me if they can try to be of use to you. I will put my hand on your back and just think about being inside of you, correct? That's the truth of it, yeah. Press his hand on back nervously and began to focus. Made by fast energy started filming up bit by bit. It was warm like a giant flame from a fireplace just being lit. Contained so much love and care. Do not hurt the one I was meant to form as well. A deep breath and I filming more. Stand chin to me as well. With my own feeling power. That gentle flame became a raging fire inside of me. The passion burning deep and fueled me with courage unlike anything I'd ever felt. Thank you, Ramon. Go get him, Tiger. The man chuckled with his sneer. Oh, this ought to be cute. The insects think they can take down the mountain. The man held out his claw, glowing smirk on his face. Allowed me to humble you and get you on your knees before God. He made enough talk, and with bursts of incredible speed, he rushed forward. Swinging his sickle spear at Dominion. Dominion simply managed to touch the side and raise his hands where it held against them. There is strength of Ramon's magic. I was upon Dominion before I had a chance to strike. My ship blocking his blow as I swung my sword. Ramon's magic intensified the heat of my sword, causing it to glow harder, brighter, and farther than I would of my own. Dominion shifted as he dodged, my flames catching his coattails along the way. I'm trying to thank Dominion. Slashing away is to not give him an inch to breathe. As I tried to dash and I flanked to her side, and so we were pinching the support that all might deserve him, not forcing him to conjure his magic to block a blade. I cried with a deep-seated hatred as I imbued blade, but to clash with him. Continue to clash with him. Put him on the back foot. Path right up from deep within me. The new strike more powerful than the last as my flame stands up for my sword. There was a raging inferno inside of me, roaring by loud and more powerful than I could imagine, begging to be released to take out this madman. I was going to give them what they wanted. You insignificant mortals! How dare you defy your god! You stopped being my god today. You betrayed everything you took your errors so far. And you were betrayed to say this no longer. I'm sick as crap with a bright light as he launched it to me again. At the same time, I felt the heat of Ramon's energy inside me, and my brain being to its ground and shooting its strength into my own blade. My blade, the rain, flames passing, growing more intense. The hot glowing dark red filled with Ramon's power and his love. I rushed farther along the time and swing the blade down at Dominion. I raced and killed Charlie if he could, and then stop an attack. I found sometimes by powerful magic. More powerful than anything we could conjure. As it turns out how this had happened. So I was looking for us for that, but David sent facts to trouble him, seeing as well as Robin and Roman with Cherry's help. We used the magic to bind Dominion in place, just long enough for Adam and I to strike. Shh! Crash! Shh! And Knight appeared on the opposite side of where we had attacked, and the light of our weapons stimming. Dominion stood down the stairs. After blades fell edge to tap onto his body, Bong fully defended him for one of the first time in his life existence. He felt pain. I need some therapy to check which of my screams is the best, or I'll just back and on its own part. The man's cry filled the heaven as he stood back. His hand faintly touched the slash marks we made across his body, a trickle of blood dripping from his lips. He could feel his being rage like nothing he had ever felt power from deep within him. He had never felt a sweeping, loathing hatred like that before in all of his existence. There's chance to surrender Dominion. And spoke finally glad to serve him. With our powers combined, you cannot defeat us. No, I refuse. I refuse! The man's body trembled, suddenly the very arms trembled with him. I was startled for a moment, not expecting an earthquake within Utopia. Everyone fueled by Dominion's rage. Dominion's eyes began to glow. A brilliant fight as he threw his head up into the sky. What? The wind of his being surrounded his entire essence. Everyone, get back! She screamed out in fear and fought and got us in the light. With a yank, we were sent flying away from Dominion as light began to slow flow towards himself by everything around him. Let's as a bonus, my vision will finally return to me. I look around to try and get my surroundings sense. Are we back in limbo? Yes, unfortunately, YouTube is no longer safe for us to put into what happened to the million. Just cried for before looking up at the sky. My instant violent. The clouds of them are gone, replaced with the monster soil tree blots out the artificial sun. Giant snake was in the pressure sound and vast, taking everything and everything indiscriminately. Plus of divinity strike everything, Utopian limbo alike. The ground beneath our feet quakes as the blast of divinity strikes nearby. Sweet Lucifer below has gone berserk. Like he can't stand the thought he was about to lose, he's making his fire stand now. Looks like he's thinking this why everything is fake if it means winning. How do we stop that? I know how. Adam, remember our hearts are fuzzy, but there's one that sticks out. Great machine to fight divinity itself. The one that bring the fight to Dominion's door. Call it the God Kill Machine. God Kill Machine? You heard someone call it they can kill the gods themselves. It's more of it, tired than anything. The serpent can't truly be killed, only weakened. The machine was the forefathers have him on even ground, which is why we need it. But just for the machine was stolen from a workshop, which to make way shame. Send me tyrannical friends who think Dominion had somehow gone by some apparent. Who now with the clarity of sanity? He has no idea I built it. I can't wait for with this part where she then goes, oh shit, I did that. Machine should flip it there, use Lucifer and sharpen as its process, can finally bring an end to Utopia's oppression. Goodness, very aware of this, Lucifer. I knew he was playing something, but not the exact details. This is beyond even my wildest dreams. Take us to it, Adam. With pleasure. With the help of John, Lucifer revised for limbo and record time to two seraphim protecting us from the rampaging monster above. The dancers of limbo were frantically seeking shelter. Thankfully assisted by the Hell Army that we escaping the destruction of Utopia. Just from an initial glance, it seemed most of our forces had made it out safely. But there was no way to know the casualty count with the bear until the bear was over. Most surprising of all was the fact that it looked like some angels were helping out as well. We were providing magic shields to cover the shelters in limbo and taking the injured from Dominion's blast. Guess not everyone in Utopia blindly followed Dominion's ambitions, especially now that he was rampaging like this. He told us going to be destroyed alongside limbo, and it seemed like there was no way the angels were going to stand for it. And let's pass the survivors in tomorrow straight for one of the sectors in Fusero's non-linear highways. Before finally arriving in garage. Try Lucy, come with you. I need to exit the passwords for the machine. Michael, you and Ramon wait here. Once the machine is powered up, a control panel will appear. I need you to pilot it. Wait, but what are you going to be doing? I've taken the sprain of the machine and the energy flowing, making sure it doesn't fall apart. Converter, I know you do great. You only know how to drive a car. You said I'd be able to do this. Well, I know you and Michael will be able to do this together. I appreciate the encouragement, but I've not experiencing buying anything like this either. Trust me, it'll be easier than you realize. You've nothing to worry about. Oh boy, fate of the universe depends on your experienced pilot. Someone called Hollywood about that screenplay. Adam and the true self him quickly disappeared through a side door of the garage, leaving us to wait. We didn't have to wait long though, as the sound of energy humming began to fill the air. The lamps began to light up from the corners of the room with divine seraphim light. Before Zack left up on the floor in the center of the room, I went over the somewhat high-tech console with buttons and levers on it. Thankfully, the console had at least one button that was clearly labeled with start on it, so I pressed it. The whole more began to rumble in place, making me grab hold of the console for the wheel. The lights overhead caught and I was left in darkness, as I felt everything begin to shift and move around me. The rope thumped down us and I could tell the garage was physically morphing around me, from where I had once been to some new location. It only took a minute or two before it was finished, when the red lights came back on. And when I looked around, I realized the garage had completely transformed. It looked exactly like a mini command room now, filled with flashing lights, screens and controls. PlayStations! And as I fit the room for speakers, each of the screens flickering to life. That's when I saw it. Because my property on the center of the screen was the make voice at bed. Timber, toying over limbo like a magic capsule was a bare word of it, flowing with divine energy. His limbs connected with family light and glowing as a beacon for of the afterlife to witness. Behold, my greatest creation brought to life, the God came machine. Sweet, merciful Lucifer, this is so overwhelming. Are you sure we shouldn't touch anything? Well, I'm told so I might as well try. Reach out and grab two of the controls before my experiment testing out for myself. Okay, so this does that does this. Whoa! Get in, guess for doing this. I came to my side and looked over at the balance switch just pressing them alongside me. We very quickly began to pick up which ones it was and what they had required robot faster than we thought possible. With a basic understanding of the controls, I set the machine to full forward. As the mech moved, I couldn't help but get the strange sensation from it. Like it was natural extension of my own body. picked magic from the controls, going into my body, felt warm and wearing natural to control. It was so much easier to move the mech than I'd ever imagined. It was as if the magic flowing force towards what each part did before it impressed it. No wonder Adam had trusted us with it. The giant, wasteful limbo. But heavily with each gigantic footstep it took. We were careful to steer clear of any elements or people still fleeing from utopia. But we could see him there, looming in the distance. The wind, all sky clouds, still spraying giant beams of energy across Limbo. I watched the beams see across the land before erupting in a guise of explosion, skying the very land where it pierced. It was finally time to put an end to this once and for all. Ding long for the minute to spot the giant machine once it was close enough. Stopping his rampage just long enough to violate what they was looking at. Large magpie swayed to me and Dan's voice cried from over the loudspeaker. That's the end, Dominion. He cannot defeat the combined might of man and the seraphim. Seize your endless power and give utopia those who make life better for all. Dominion snakily formed the insane thing it mere quote and hissed, before all roaring loudly and launching straight at us. Evasive maneuvers! Mr. Cliffy, as if the controls, Primark easily lumbering at my very desire. Trans-League flew us with its massive jaws came crashing down where we had been standing. The mech moving far faster than anything it says reasonably should. With another yank off the controls, its powerful fist came flying through the air and grabbed hold of the mirror's body. Quickly rotating the controls, I did something I've been wanting to for a long time. Oops, sorry, I forgot to put the rest in the... Oh, claiming his Maya's body hard against the ground. The magic of the mech couldn't tested his please falling on, pulling the mirror up and off the ground. As I mean, part into the ground once again. Oh, that felt good. As someone knew at the controls to try it again, the mirror lifted his head and fired a powerful beam from his mouth straight at the mech. Crashing us with a powerful explosion, rocking the whole machine. Yeah, oh sorry, the mech was the time for this much damage. Fire on! It was right we had to focus. Grip the controls and ride them. Home, full power to the arms. You got it, boss. One of the mech bears with power offering his chest rocket from its elbow. It flew through the air with tremendous speed and force. It put the minute stupid snake face. The mirror's mouth opened wide, looking down the fist that came crashing into him. The snake was pushed back, being dragged through the earth as the fist continued to fire, punching as hard as it could. The giant snake's teeth brought down into the hand of the mech, managing to pierce through the armor and causing alarms to play all around us. The mech slowed down just enough for our arm to ignite, pulling back and launching another giant heavy punch straight into Dominion's body. The giant snake hissed the entire as it flew across the sky, slamming into the ground 10 times before managing to slither into a standing position. Each magnificent wing, 8 giant magnificent wings held with his back, flapping with a gale force winds and lifting him up into the air, doing a loud piercing screech that seemed to shake the very realm itself. The mech's defense ran forward as the booming shockwave of his heart, Repurpose entire body flying so fast straight at us. Prepare for impact! The whole mech played in high alert as Dominion came carrying straight for us. However, just as the second his body was him to surf in violence, before twisted weapons jumped all around the entire mech. His giant snake-like body quickly formed a powerful constriction, causing every alarm possible in the mech to go blaring off all at once. He then followed up with a loud roar before biting down hard against the mech's chassis. We're taking structural damage. We gotta check him before it tears the mech apart. Lucy, I need maximum health by now. On it! The powerful surge of seraphim energy filled the mech. All things started to glow. Maximum output! Maximum output! With the level cranked to full capacity, the eyes of the mech gleamed in response. With the man, the mech was simultaneously. It loosed its head and she began overflowing from the mech itself. A burst of power, a giant pillar of heavy flames erupted from the mech itself, engulfing both it and Dominion within it. Dominion screeched and roared, whereas his full body began to burn in front of his flames. He was forced to untangle himself, but my brain rushing off to the distance as the flames began to vanish. Far in the sky, bamboos and birds, so in hissing crowd, glaring death straight at us. You people, insignificant worms! How dare you define divinity itself? Perhaps for your trade companions, your belief is nothing more than a distant, terrible memory. The Roma system one right before us. One who can't accept the universe no longer needs him. It's time for you to step down, Tomato. Accept this as your defeat. Utopia needs a dictator such as you. The only good humanity needs is their own will and determination to succeed. This is the Dominion. It's a unanimous decision between Utopia, Hell, and all of humanity. You are no longer needed. Dominion's fear had reached its peak. Laying a deep within him, having lost long since bubbled into the surface and was now overflowing. If you think you can defy God, then I will show you what happens when you provoke the serpent. Dominion's mouth opened and ends began tearing within it, like particles appearing from seemingly everywhere she observed them. The others in the make were playing once more. This time warriors of the danger directly in front of us. He's carrying all his energy into one final attack. We can't let us hit us all anymore, or our place will be destroyed. So how do we stop him? We won't fire our attack. The mech glared as it began bracing itself. Then its arm out forward as it began to morph and twist around alongside the breastplate. As energy began to accumulate in the same manner Dominion was. This is everyone, one final attack. For a fate of the afterlife. Oopsie. Lucy, show him! One thing happened to this one attack, or nothing back. Michael, hands on the trigger, wait for my signal. Got it! Max flat, and Charles' energy began filling it up entirely. I feel Lucy and Charles' energy is flowing faster and more powerful than they had before. Right in front of the mech guard, crossing into a orb of pure and filled seraphic power. The very forms began to create, breaking apart and flowing as the energy guard, rushing than I had ever seen before. Everyone, get ready! The two titanic beings faced down for a fate of everything. The reporters had back, the last bits of energy carrying in his mouth, his neck pushing with the power of eternity. The voice said forward, fire! And fired the beam so bad, so powerful that it blinded everything out as fast as I could see. We were twinning at the same time to make fire just powerfully. Two beams of pure and bitter seraphic power. The power that created the universe itself, crashed in the middle of limbo. The wind crashed against everything with hurricane force winds. The wind crashed and pushing against each other with tremendous force. Every line in this mech was going off at once. The sheer power of being fired was enough to set the mech of its own pain. Do not falter! Evan's voice was like a whisper compared to the roar of the beam. The deafening booms erupting all around the afterlife. From all corners of the earth, the struggle could be seen. The sheer power on this back filled the death of a newborn star. With my arms struggling, shaking, trembling, as we try and keep the beam firing. This was harder than a pop up was going to spare by breaking 20 million pieces. The river was holding fast instead. A beam pushing back and forth against each other. Neither of them relenting. They were around us picking apart and being destroyed before either of us let up. My arm, couldn't keep this up. Fantastic. As I felt like I had reached the peak of my struggle, I felt at the top of mine. In my life, I thought it to be perfect. The perfect son, the perfect brother, the perfect guide, the perfect leader. And so, other people who were important to me left me. My family, my congregation, my wife, my dear. You brought back wisdom, my life meaning. But we're nothing if not for you. The only thing is left one day at a time, trying to make the most of it. Being happy, praying for the next tragedy to strike. So I want now is a future where we will be together forever. For the good times and the bad, for sickness and for health. The non-existence to be part. He once smiled and I couldn't help but return it. Pain has one flung through my hand. Together we push forward challenges together. Beam of light from the maker erupting in a surge of power. But in a matter of seconds, the mill's beam began being glimmered off, completely consumed by a power of two seraphim, a pissed off human, a Nephilim and demon who were in love. No! The light pierced through the mill, off into an infinite white tower of creation could see its majesty. The mill's power was surrounded, feeling engulfed in our power. We screamed and swore in harm and pain as the spell began to vanish, consumed by the light of divinity. The mill's screams echoed in the air before falling silent. Meanwhile, somewhere in limbo, in the empty fire garden, lay an incture, born from grace and divine, and of his former self. Jesus struggles to send on him, keep himself upright. He's up leaning against the tree, unable to move. Those heavens, they ruined everything. How could this happen? The very king is perfect, the bush down, the mustard. He looked up only to see my most faithful devil, he walking up to him. Puppet, thank goodness, not all is lost. We have to regain our strength, we have to stop them. We have to. Yet the puppet had great close eyes and shook her head. I'm sorry, my lord, but the battle is over. There's nothing left for us to do. No, don't say that! We can still win, we can still stop them. We can. Very Charles took his hand into ours and gently squeezed him. Being on the afraid, my dearest lord. You shall not face the wrath of hell alone. Yes, we wanted the words to say feeling true fear. For the first time, from the ground up to the hands of the damned, one brimstone filling their feet. Seraph was agony in place, and they were both seized by and dragged deep underground. It was quiet, but the world felt warm. Could feel my consciousness slowly returning to me. The smell of years I was resting in someone's lap. I opened my eyes. I saw the most handsome demon looking down at me with a warm smile. Well, good morning there, sleepyhead. Nice we had joined us in the land of the dead. You had a chocolate that smiled loud, mumbling his handsome face. I had a pretty nice dream actually. We got married by King God, couldn't but laugh at that. That mere made up the affection happened. You know how you said it. We married 2 years, a dream come true. And it was nice around me for me. I could see the laugh in his eyes and topsy-turvy of me. A warm glow of limbo, sun was beginning to set, having Ramon's head and beard for a warm, glowing light. It made me realize just how truly fortunate I was, how much I had truly gained since coming here. I love you, Ramon, and I love you, Carino. A spark burned and warmth in my chest as I stared into his beautiful eyes. I then closed my eyes and let myself fling in that moment, trying it for as long as it would last. You'll never want this moment to end. After everything that happened in life in hell with a muscle now, the biggest difference being that you spare the feet edges on a guide to up her, and the value bumped in the one word decided to live there. So I was working hand in hand with children to get a perfect afterlife, allowing for the realm to be more interconnected than ever. You will have alone long for us to stay within its confines. If they want to live in limbo or utopia the code, the utopia is at the minimum requirement for a certain amount of sin atonement. Things said it was far more lax than there had happened before, where anyone could get into YouTube if they wanted. Even it was found by humans for humans who wanted a more elf-like afterlife. Thought that wasn't to say that a few demons and angels had moved away. In God to keep his job as guide to afterlife. They're much more cooperative with utopian limbo than before. Even join them as a third ambassador for limbo were more important than all that. But that we were to a family. Hey, Vanny! It's a chance you to turn for more, and we decided I would call me. Was it Mitra? Isn't this the most perfect blog address? The train first have become top and left. It is, it's beautiful. You're beautiful, Mitra. We stop being not us. Eric giggled happily before skiing off, leaving us alone. Can't believe the day has already arrived. This felt like this was not going to arrive. With it because after that, you're not going to spend the rest of eternity together. And there's no one I tried to do it with than you. You took my hand into a slashing our fingers together with a warm smile. I may have rushed into my previous marriage because I was a kind of love-struck puppy. This time I can feel a difference. The warmth, the love, the dedication to try make each other happy. Only such happiness was possible. And so thanks to you. The tears pricked at my eyes as he said all of that. It has been such a charm on the moon. I only speak the truth, especially for you, Karina. We share this happiness not just with each other, but with our family too. I lifted my hands and placed them against his chest where I could feel the warmth of new life still inside him. Your pregnancy was sadly different from human president, didn't make it any less miraculous. Oh shit, I'm back. Goodbye, loves the news happening as much as we love her. I know she will. Her family will pity happiness like this family and all of her. I just know it. That's why I warmly for him. Then didn't share one kiss with him. In a few hours, we will be ready to get perfect after I've always wanted. I've asked for a more perfect ending. With that, we're ending here. Thanks all so much for watching. And there's a big chance that we'll be playing his ex-wife's food afterwards. So I hope you had fun and see you next time. Either today or tomorrow. See. Until then, have fun with Yumi and bye bye.